All right, good morning, everyone. I'm so sorry that I had to miss last Sunday's live. That is, so we go live every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. And I have been able to pretty consistently meet you guys here to talk about finance, money saving tips, budgeting, that kind of thing. And last Sunday, I wasn't able to do that. I did get called into work. So happy to be back here this Sunday and happy to be sharing what's going on. So, one of the things that I've really been enjoying is an app called Rakuten. I think I'm saying that right. And basically, let me see if I can share my screen. Um, I bought something pretty pricey to hang out with my best friend all summer. And because the Mario Brothers movie inspired me to want to get to a Nintendo Switch. But you guys know I'm not going to pay full price for a Nintendo Switch. So, I used two different money saving apps in combination with each other. I used Ibotta and then I also used Rakuten. So, how I did that to save the most money was I launched Ibotta first and I bought a gift card to GameStop. Then I went over to Rakuten and I actually loaded up my shopping cart by launching their app first on GameStop, and then I just paid using the gift card that I had bought through Ibotta. It wound up saving me about $60. So let me see if I can share my app. And you guys, let me know, do you have questions about I'm hoping by this point everybody's received their middle class tax refund. Inflation seems to be coming down, at least stabilizing a little bit. Like my home gas bill was not as much as it's been. Gas prices at the pump seem to have kind of stabilized in the just under $5 mark. And um, then what? Hi, good morning, Sylvia. Then eggs are coming down a little bit. And so all of those are kind of good things. I do want to remind everybody that's on the lookout for a second food stamp payment that won't be coming. And again, if you need to use food banks or anything like that to subsidize your food budget, please, no shame in that. Find those resources and go ahead and use them. Okay, I am going to share my screen here in just a second. I'm going to show you guys how I do some deals and how I do some shopping. Okay, can I log in? Come on. Sorry, it's taken just a minute. How are you guys this Sunday? What are your budgeting concerns? Also, would love to share that last night I went to a. Why is this not working? It's not letting me log in. This is very weird. Okay. Go to sign up, even though I just need to sign in. Well, I might not be able to show you guys this one. Okay, let's see. Frank says, good morning. Hope you're doing well. So, Sonia, I am back at the company that I worked at for 25 years. So, that is where I am. I'm in Pasadena. I love it. It's really nice there. We're I don't want to totally share where I work, so I don't want to say too much, but we're right next to a bookstore. It's really nice being next to a bookstore. There's lots of foot traffic. People in the neighborhood are nice. They're always pushing strollers with their babies past the theater and walking their dogs right out front. And the company where I work, they did a beautiful job remodeling the location, and it's really nice working there. Okay. And Sonia says, Happy Sunday. How am I doing? It's been a while. You've been so busy working and getting your business back together, and thank God it's coming back. Yes. And Sonia, I don't remember what you do. If you want to share, I would love to give you like a shout out. So let me know what you're doing. And yeah, everyone, I am doing well. Yesterday, I attended a vision board making party, and that was really fun. So somebody got like white poster board like you would get at like Staples or Rite Aid or Target, and other people we brought old magazines and art supplies and things like that. Sonia, you've got an attorney service. Okay, that's awesome. Um, what kind of law? Okay. And yeah, so we did a vision board making party and it was really cool. Um, we used like stickers and markers and like cut out, pictures of things that we want to materialize in our life. So it was kind of a little bit of a girls' night with a friend I hadn't seen in a while. And yeah, just lots of fun. Okay, let's look at sharing this Rakuten app. I'm able to share that one. So this is just like an app that I'm liking and I'm sharing with you guys because I'm always like, I'm going to share like my money saving tips with you guys. And then I never get around to making the video, it seems like, even though I have the ideas. And so I just wanted to show you like what I go on and do. And I guess I will drop, yes, I have a link. So we'll drop it in the chat. If you guys use my link, I get $30. Apparently my code is Rakuten.com/r/Shelly295. And if you guys sign up, then you guys can get like your friends and family to sign up using your link. When I first got started on YouTube and like trying to make money through YouTube and learning new ways, I would always follow like really big YouTubers links like Graham Stephan and Meet Kevin. And I wish I would have asked a little bit more. Like maybe you guys have links to things where you guys could have benefited if I would have used your link. Like I used their Webull link and I used their public link and like all the stock brokerages that they were recommending that I recommend now too, mostly because I recommend getting all the free stock you can to help you learn about the stock market. But I wish I would have like used smaller people's links because I feel like they all have like a crazy amount of money already. So like $30 to me is still a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like if I get $30 back, like that's seriously like still a lot of money in my mind. My work used to give out like $20 in a birthday card every year. They're not doing that anymore. But I am still just as excited about $20 in a card as I was when I was like 12. Okay, let's see here. And let me know what questions you guys have. Okay, so right now I'm just sharing about this app, Rakuten. I did drop my link. And then if you guys sign up using my link, then you guys can get your own link and have your friends and family sign up using your link. But so it's so far I've saved $35.17. So like if we go to the home page, right? Like I don't know. I use Walmart, right? You get up to 3%. Ulta Beauty up to 6%. Oops. Or is that everything? I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so now I hit that on accident, but that's fine. Now it's going to take me over to the Ulta app. And you just shop on Ulta like you normally would. Cool. And it looks like, and then on top of that, like you would still get your, here, and then here Ibotta also wants me to log in, but why is it not letting me log into Ibotta? Let me see about this. Let's see if it'll let me do it like this. Log in. That's not my name though. So my Ibotta app is not wanting to log in, but I am using these two in conjunction with each other. And what I'm first doing is buying a gift card from Ibotta to these different stores that I would be shopping at anyway. Like, don't get tempted by like, oh, I'll be saving money. Like, if you weren't already going to buy it, then you're not saving money, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, so I've been logging on to Ibotta first, getting the gift card, then going over to Rakuten, launching like the Ulta Beauty website or whatever, filling up my cart like normal, then paying with the gift card that I got on Ibotta as I'm checking out from Rakuten. Does that make sense? I hope so. Okay, so let me see all the other stores that are giving cash back, right? So if you're shopping in any of these stores already, why not launch this app? And I will say that I have a friend, my best friend, they're not interested in this. They don't want to take the money. Which is they don't want to take the time to get the money, which is interesting to me. So like, all right, Sonia, same to you. $30 is a lot of money to you. Oh, and Sylvia, you've got a YouTube channel with the name you see here, but it's not the money, it's not Moneymaker, even though you've been on it since 2008. Sylvia, I certainly understand that. I will share that my channel's making about $120 a month these days. From a high, guys, there was a time where my channel was making, you're gonna fall over, $9,000 a month because so many people, that was at the height of the pandemic when so many people needed help with their unemployment benefits. And you guys know I haven't been putting out very many videos lately. I'm mainly just going live on Sundays. I missed last Sundays. I just checked the earnings on the last two lives I've done. Those ones are sitting at $3.23 an hour. So it's interesting because a lot of people that have had success on YouTube, they say you have to do it because you love it. You can't do it just for the money. And I'm really believing that. And I do love going live with you guys on Sunday and just kind of catching up, talking a little bit about money making, money saving, but mostly to like kind of catch up with the people that I built relationships with over the pandemic. But it really is, Sylvia. Sylvia's saying that YouTube is hard work. I almost, this is so interesting to me. We're gonna go back to Rakuten in a second because I want everybody who's interested to get that $30, to save that $30 and just to save money on your regular purchases, right? Um, but I almost titled today's video, Should I Quit YouTube? Because, or like, is my YouTube channel dying? Because going live does not take too much work, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers just to be able to go live. So I'm very lucky that I have that. But yeah, like the setting up, I have a light on me right now. I've got a microphone just out of shot. I've got, all this stuff that I don't necessarily even know how to use. And it's a struggle. And every time you learn something new, there's the thumbnail that you make at the beginning of the video. There's how you title it. There's the way you speak. You're not supposed to say and you're not supposed to say so. And I will say that recently, after one of my lives, someone left me the comment that was like, she used to sound so knowledgeable, and now she's saying every other word, which is true. And it's something that I'm working on. And there's the element of storytelling, and then there's editing the video and putting the sound together and coming up with the idea in the first place. So yes, it is hard work. I do think it can be really rewarding. And for me, going live on Sunday is more about trying to create the habit and like continue on with it. You know what I mean? Because I've started a lot of hobbies and I've let them go. I've ice skated, I've surfed, I've, done all these things. And then a year or two in, and I'll just kind of give them up. And I don't want to give up YouTube. I really believe that there's a future in social media and content creation, short form editing, long form editing, and I wanna do it at least a little bit. I wanna keep doing it on at least Sundays, but it and even though I enjoy it, when you look back at the numbers and you see that you made $3.23, sometimes it's like, "I is it worth it?" You know? So, anyway, I get that YouTube is hard work. Okay, back to Rakuten and how you can save money with them, and I found out about them guys, I'm taking a long trip, out of the country at the end of the year, and I'm really excited about it. First, I'm going to Portugal, then I'm going to Egypt. And so I got a new credit card that's supposed to be really good for travel. I'm struggling with whether I would really recommend this credit card to anyone. I ended up getting the American Express Platinum card, which one you do need a really good credit score to qualify for that card. And then two, it has my mom's gonna have a little bit of a heart attack here, but it has an annual fee of $695. But hi, Bonnie. Everything's going well. And same, Renegade Billy. Things are going well. It's good to see all of you guys in here. So if you would take a minute and like the video, I would also appreciate that. So I'm taking a long trip, got this credit card that has a $695 annual fee, but the plan is to get more money back than I'm spending on the card. And when I was reading about how to get things for free, hi, Francis. I got my hair done and I did not love it. And Sylvia, good luck to you on your YouTube journey. But is it free work? For me, it's a hobby. P.S. I would be honored if you and everybody else would subscribe. Okay, Sylvia A is the name of your channel. And we should go. I'm going to definitely check it out. I have to screenshot it though, because I will forget by the end. So I'm going to take a picture so that I don't forget to go and check out your channel. Actually, hold on one second. Sylvia, I'm not going to find anything that get my channel in trouble, right? Let's try and go to YouTube. Real quick. Is this just my channel? Hold on one second. Sylvia, you asked also if I would like to, if this is my job, or sort of. It's not. It's a hobby for me now as well. Okay, let's see here. Sylvia A. Don't think that's you. Am I spelling your name right? I feel like I'm not. Hold on one second. See, this is the thing too. Like, why is this not? See, this is what I don't get. Hang on. Let me share a different screen with you guys. And let me just show you like how hard it is to find. So I've got Sylvia, Silvia. Maybe I need the period in there. I'm going to put channel and see what happens. Sylvia A channel. Is this you? No. It's got to be Sylvia A. So it's not even coming up, which I don't understand. Sylvia, what about like one of the names of your videos?
Want to film as my next video yet?
We've got this person that I clicked. Oh, how is it? So I'm searching Sylvia A's channel and it's already come up with my live from today, but no videos from Sylvia. And the other day I wanted to show my friend a video that I made. Oh, the cat pic. Okay, hold on. Sylvia, let me go back. at the top? No. I put cat. Cat. Oh my goodness. Wait, is this you? Because this says Sylvia the cat. This isn't it though, right? Sylvia the animal whisperer. Are any of these you? Sylvia the animal whisperer or Sylvia the cat? So, and it really, like YouTube, I feels like sometimes. Okay. 2023 Mummers Parade. Okay, Sylvia A. But it shouldn't be this hard. I should be able to just type in Sylvia A and it should come up. There we go. All right. Here we go. Let's watch your short also. Am I sharing this? I'm going to be quiet while this plays. Okay, and I think that's playing on repeat. All right, Sylvia. And then we got to do this. We've got to like this. We got 13 likes on this video. This is great. I will comment here. Great short. Thanks for letting me know about this video. Oops. Comment. We comment for the algorithm, guys, and we liked the video. And then let's go ahead. Wait. Okay, is this the right one? Because this says you're.
Let's take my vintage Apple Watch to the Apple Store.
Uh-oh. Is at 1863, Sylvia. Is that it? I hit subscribe, so I've just subscribed. I hope that's yours. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and close that. Okay. Of course, Sylvia. Also, I'm not familiar with the Mummers Parade. Wait, no, that wasn't it? Okay. I hope that was your video. Okay. Please tell me that was the right video. Because, wait. Okay. Whew. All right. Yeah, always happy to support any of you guys. And I really do like just learning how to post a video, honestly, it can be a little bit overwhelming, right? You have to upload. You want a good upload speed. You have to, it was not easy for me. That's all I'm going to say, to even figure out how to upload your first video. Okay. Oh, Curly. I did not hear anything about that, but that seems worth Googling. Before I Google that, I want to go back to Rakuten really quick because I am all about that app right now. And then we'll do then I will look into that. Usually my mom would tell me about that. My mom would send me an email being like, "Hey, it's coming back." My understanding, right, and we'll Google it together in just a second. My understanding is that basically they declared the COVID emergency over. And that's what allowed them to give the extra food stamps, is that they were like, hey, it's still a pandemic. And that is what enabled them to give out the extra amount. So I believe that in every state, it's no longer a national emergency. And so they're not giving out the extra EBT, SNAP, CalFresh, food stamp benefits. But if you're telling me that there's a chance that's coming back, Well, we're just going to Google it anyway, right after we talk just a smidge more about Rakuten. Okay, so if you're going to be shopping anyway, so I'm going on a trip. I got this crazy expensive credit card, and that's how I learned about Rakuten, because I could probably get like bonus points for that or something. I'm going to need a hotel. So if I launch Rakuten first, I would get 1.5% cash back. If you do Walmart, and then let's see here. For Walmart, there's different categories and different percentages back. Oops, dang it. Let me see which page it's even sharing. It's now already moved over to the Rakuten page. And again, I'm pairing it with Ibotta. Like I would get a gift card to Walmart first, and I would get some cash back on Ibotta for doing that. And then go over to Rakuten, launch the Walmart page there, and then just check out and pay with my Walmart gift card that I bought on Ibotta. Does that make sense? Also, okay, so here are the, dang it, I keep trying to share how much you can get back if you use Rakuten to shop at Walmart, and it's just keeps bopping over to the Walmart page. Let me try this again. I'm just going to read it to you guys, and I don't think I'm sharing anything right now. But so arts and crafts gets you 1% back. Oh my goodness. It's doing it to me too. Okay. Well, beauty is 1%, bikes is 3%, clothing is 3%, electronics 1%, furniture 3%. So it's not always the entire 3%, but it is quite a bit of money. And then it says cashback is not available from Walmart for the following categories: Walmart Plus memberships, gift cards, groceries, and more. But oh, dang it. But on Ibotta, you can buy a gift card, and sometimes then they reward you for that. So I'm all about that combination right now for saving the most money possible. Okay. Sylvia says, although the emergency is over, lots of families out there still having a hard time making it. The lockdown caused lots of damage. It really did. And there's, this is no secret that I'm sharing. This is common in the news, just in case anybody from my work's watching. I worry that I share too much, but it really is in the news. So movie theaters haven't come back to how they were before the pandemic. That's what I know the most about, movie theaters and YouTube, because those are the two industries that I've kind of been involved in, and then saving money because that's kind of just what I do for fun. And yeah, I can only imagine that the same is true for other industries, other jobs, other everything, And so yeah, like if we apply this theory to like other businesses, if your business hasn't returned to where it was before the pandemic, maybe you're not hiring as many employees. If you're not hiring as many employees, that means that there's less people that are working than there were before the pandemic, which then means there's going to be more people that are struggling to pay their bills. And even though that's really overgeneralizing what's happening, that's what I think is happening. And I'm overgeneralizing because then I think it's easier for people to understand that, yeah, maybe there's not as much danger of going out and being sick. All right, Curly. Okay, let's see here. All right, let me see. A proposal for the emergency allotments to return for a year. Let's go ahead and start looking at that. Oops, share screen, sorry. Right now it's still up on Rakuten, but we're going to go to Google. Oh, good. Now it tells you the Walmart categories. Okay, anyway, we're going emergency allotments. Ending is the first one that comes up. Snap emergency allotment. Oh, now we've got extended. Hold on. So let's see what we've got here. March 24th, 2023. No, but let's. This is such like a. I was like, what is this one? But this is from 2022. Will emergency SNAP benefits continue? Tell me if any of those headlines make you want me to click them. Will emergency SNAP benefits continue in 2023? EBT emergency allotment, extension of emergency allotments. Okay, I went ahead and I clicked that one. When is this from though? I don't see anything that indicates that it's being extended. So this is the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities. I'm going to click that one. It looks like I've read this one before. All I see is I don't see anything yet indicating that they're going to extend it. What I see is that it will end in March of 2023. And those payments actually, I think that was for the month of February, but it paid out in March, if I'm thinking of that correctly. Okay. But let's just read through this. Temporary pandemic SNAP benefits will end in remaining 35 states in March of 2023. This article is from February 6th of 2023. The Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program's SNAP Emergency Allotments, EA's temporary benefit increases that Congress enacted to address rising food insecurity and provide economic stimulus during the COVID-19 pandemic will end after the February 2023 issuances, and the issuances were given out at the end of March. This will result in a benefit cut for every SNAP household in the jurisdictions that are still paying EAs, emergency allotments. 32 states, the Districts of Columbia, Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. Every household in those states will receive at least $95 a month less. Some households who, under regular SNAP rules, receive low benefits because they have somewhat higher but still modest incomes will see reductions of $250 a month or more. The average person will receive about $90 a month less in SNAP benefits. And just in case you guys are wondering where I stand on this, I think it's terrible, right? I think it's really bad timing, especially in combination with inflation, with egg prices being higher. And I do think that the prices are coming down a little bit and they're stabilizing, but not enough. Like really, eggs used to be like, if you bought them on sale, they used to be between like 99 cents and $1.99. And now you can't find you can't find eggs that in my experience for cheaper than about $4.99. So it's not good, and I do feel like they should extend it. I haven't seen talk of them extending it. Maybe I wish my mom is paying attention. Maybe she can text me and let me know if she's heard anything in that. And I do think that there's a lot of interest. But basically, for the emergency allotment to be into effect, there has to be some sort of emergency, which the pandemic was. There's not like an official emergency. Could our state government, legislature talk about increasing the amounts in general and permanently? Possibly, but I haven't seen anything regarding that either. I will share a little bit of a shock headline with you guys if I can find it. Hold on. There's me saying which you're not supposed to do for the YouTube algorithm. So give me 2 seconds here. Okay. I think it was this one. Hunger spike feared. No light at the other end. Impending loss of pandemic CalFresh boost could trigger hunger strike. Like, that's terrible. But that's like what this headline says. And it says food banks across California are bracing for a feared spike in hunger amid inflated prices after a pandemic era boost in food aid ends in April. March is the last month CalFresh recipients will get additional benefits as the federal government cuts off the emergency allotments that have kept food stamp allowances higher than usual for nearly 3 years now. The average household on CalFresh will lose $200 a month. Oh, that's interesting. So the other article we were reading said 90, but that's on a federal level. And this is just looking at California. So about $200 a month that they're losing. A single person household could drop from $281 a month in food aid to as low as $23 in April. And by the way, if that is something that's affecting you, if you are perhaps one of the households that's getting 281 and you're going down to $23 in April, food banks don't know, they'll give you canned condensed milk, but a lot of times they're going to give you non-perishables or shelf stable items. They'll give you fruit and they'll give you like bread, but they're not going to give you like cold milk, right? Condensed milk, yes. Cold milk, maybe not. Shelf stable milk, because they have those in like the cartons, not the like the carton that doesn't need to be refrigerated. They'll give you that. But like, so what my mom likes to use hers for is things like coffee creamer, like that comes from the refrigerated section. That kind of thing, like sour cream, something that's going to be perishable so that they're not able to give it to you at the food bank. That's kind of what I would use that $23 for. Or coffee if you drink coffee, because they don't usually give that out. Okay. U.S. Department of Agriculture documents show that since November, the pandemic boost have amounted to more than $500 million a month in additional food stamps coming into low-income California's budgets. Okay, so I'm going to say that again. The U.S. Department of Agriculture, the documents show that since November, the pandemic boost amounted to more than $500 million a month in additional food stamps coming into low-income Californians' budgets. So that's just Californians, right? And then this very next line, there's no way to overstate how devastating this is going to be. Families are going to see a dramatic and sudden drop in their food benefits at a time when food price and inflation and the cost of living in California especially is through the roof. Food stamps are funded by the federal government, which determines benefits amounts annually based on the nationwide cost of living, as well as recipients' household size and income. And something else that I want to say about this, a second ago, we were talking about the effects of the pandemic still kind of coming into play, right? How do you guys think, right? And I'm not like an analyst, right? I don't know. I'm just, and maybe I'm not looking at the whole picture. Maybe there's something I'm missing. But $500 million a month less just in the state of California, that less that people have to spend. So if let's say I'm now the state of California. So let's say I'm the state of California and now I don't have $500 million a month coming in. Like, that's less revenue for the grocery stores, right? There's less money being spent in the grocery stores by $500 million per month. So how do we think that's going to affect how a grocery store would staff its store? Right? If all of a sudden across the board, there's $500 million less that these grocery stores are getting if we're spending less time in the grocery store because I only have $23 to spend. So I go straight to that refrigerated section. I get my coffee creamer, I get a bag of coffee, and I turn my butt around and leave the grocery store because I can't afford anything else. I'm not spending as much time in there. So maybe I don't even need a cart, right? I don't need a cart for my coffee creamer or my coffee. I just could pick those things up in my hands with a little shopping basket. So then maybe the grocery store, they don't hire as many employees to go retrieve the carts and put them back. Maybe if we're not buying as many things, the lines at the grocery store aren't going to be as long, because if I'm just buying 2 things instead of browsing to see all the things I could get for $281 a month, if the lines aren't long at the grocery store anymore because I'm now getting 2 things instead of 20 things, is the grocery store going to hire less cashiers, less people to go retrieve the carts? Then, right, it doesn't stop there, the impact of these things. There's okay. Sonia, in 1 second, I will do that. Yeah, and Curly, you get it. It's going to cause layoffs and ultimately a recession. Yeah, because if the grocery store lines aren't as long, then the grocery store doesn't need as many cashiers. They don't need the guy to go retrieve the cart. But it doesn't just stop there, right? If grocery stores are no longer selling, if they're selling $500 million a month less in product, that means that when the grocery store manager goes to place their order, they're ordering $500 million a month less of supplies. So I don't know who grocery store suppliers are, right? Let's say that they're not buying as many, it's Chiquita bananas, right? So they're not buying or Dole. I don't know if Chiquita still exists, but they're not buying as many bananas. So like the truck that delivers bananas, or like the banana grower or whatever, maybe the banana grower has to lay people off. And then the truck drivers that used to go pick up the bananas, they're not needed to go on their route as much to pick up the bananas because the grocery stores aren't selling as many bananas. So the grocery store needs less frequent deliveries of bananas. So it's going to affect how many employees a grocery store needs. And this is just my opinion. I have not researched this, right? I'm just thinking, oh, okay, we're selling $500 million a month less in items. So maybe they're not going to need a cart person. Maybe they're not going to need clerks. Then maybe they're not going to need as many supply truck drivers. Then maybe they're not going to need as much then they're not going to need as much oil to fill up those supply trucks because they're not driving around as much. Then the mechanics aren't needed to repair the trucks as much because the trucks aren't on the road as much. It really just is cyclical and has like really far-reaching effects. It's not just the individual families that aren't receiving the money anymore. It's all the people working at the grocery store, all the suppliers that are supplying the grocery store, all the truck drivers that are delivering those supplies, and then literally like less gas. So it's going to probably make the oil companies unhappy because trucks are on the road less, making less deliveries. So they're not selling as much gasoline as they used to be. And then if the trucks aren't on the road as much as they used to be making those deliveries, then the trucks aren't going to need repaired as much. Then the mechanics are going to have to start laying people off. Like it's crazy, right? Like it really affects more than just the food stamps, in my opinion. And if I've got this wrong, if there's like any piece that I'm missing, because I haven't researched it, that's just like what my logic is telling me. But again, since I haven't really researched that thoroughly, I could be wrong on that. So let me know if that's not right. Okay, now Sonia says, there's a good nonprofit that you would like me to read up on and let my subscribers know about if they want to buy homes. It's called the NACA. Okay, let's look into the NACA program. NACA. And then guys, like further still on the food stamps, I have to say this too. Like if families, because I remember, right, me and my mom, we were never homeless, but I remember like being where we almost were going to live in our van, right? If you're now spending $200 more on food, are you then going to have $200 less to pay on rent? Right? That's the concern. So our family's going to be like, well, I can't starve, right? But maybe I don't need this apartment. Maybe I'd be okay living in my car, right? I feel like that is the type of decision that families are now going to have to face. Do I go hungry and keep a roof over my head? Or do I stop paying rent, try and live in my car, but then me and my family have had enough food to eat? Right. And as I don't, this is no big secret either, like California has like a big homeless problem. And again, I don't think that's because California is giving out all these handouts, which is what some other states like to say or other people like to say. I don't think that's it. I think that California has nice weather that makes it possible to live in your car and not literally freeze while you're sleeping in your car overnight, right? So, of course, like if you live in a colder state, you're going to go to a warmer state if you're experiencing homelessness. Okay. Okay. Oh, Sonia says in terms of the NACA program, they also help people if they're in foreclosure. They helped you before your daughter is buying her house through them. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, I'm going to go. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going to go yawn apparently. Leading the fight. I'm going to also take a sip of coffee. Okay. Oh, maybe I would like to volunteer for this company. Okay. I've been thinking about volunteering a little bit more. I think that I don't do enough to give back to the community. So maybe this would be a way I could do that. Okay. Buy a home. Become a homeowner with NACA's Best in America mortgage. Keep your home. Get assistance with an unaffordable mortgage and save your home. Find a home. Find an affordable home with NACA's and in-house realtors, and then get involved. Volunteer or work for the NACA in the fight for economic justice. Equity, their mission, equity for all. NACA fights to close the racial wealth disparity gap through character-based lending. We take our members' circumstances into account to help make affordable homeownership a reality. And 500,000 homeowners have been helped, and there's 75,000 NACA mortgages. 30% have all HUD housing counseling and 20 billion in mortgage commitments. Yeah, and I just want to say that there are a lot of programs that can help and you do need to know about them. So it says that the NACA mortgage benefits include no down payment, no closing cost or fees, and no mortgage insurance. I will say that, yeah. So guys, this looks like a program that you should at least look into if you're wanting to buy a house. So, and I haven't looked in a lot about this program, but I have like literally one of my users in here saying that they've used this program and that their daughter is using this program and that they recommend it. Okay, let's see here. I'm interested in volunteering, so I'm going to look at this really quick. I'm not. Oh, shoot. Well, okay, well, this requires me to put a lot of my information in, so I don't think I'll do that right now. Oops. Let me see here at the bottom. Attend an event, and you can register for events. And they have programs in Ohio, New Jersey, or Georgia right now. That's just where the events are. Join the fight, stop corporate landlords, fight for economic justice, and support their mission. So you can donate and do all those things. Oh, and they've got a podcast, it looks like. They've got a lot of episodes. Oh yeah, Mondays at 5:30 p.m. live on Facebook and YouTube. Of course, that's so awesome. Anyway, I wanted to try and look at their FAQs. Okay, let's look at the qualification process really quickly. For a member to be NACA qualified, it means they are pre-approved for the NACA mortgage and ready for the housing search. NACA qualification means that a member is ready for home ownership with an affordable mortgage payment. Being NACA qualified makes one a desirable buyer for agents to work with and sellers to sell to. What documents will you need? You'll need 30 days of pay stubs, 2 years of tax returns, 2 years of W-2s, 3 months of the most recent bank statements, and then if you're self-employed, you need the last 12 months of bank statements. So I'm also going to say that that's about the same thing that you need if you're buying a traditional house through like a regular mortgage as well. Yes. Okay. They have in the 2008 mortgage crash, they helped a lot of people. That's amazing. And I've talked about my house before. I bought my house. I always forget because I refinanced, and I think I refinanced in 2013, and I refinanced in less than a year. And then, so that means I bought my house in 2012, but I definitely think I got my house, like my house had fallen, not under my ownership, but the previous owner had multiple loans out on this house. They, let it fall into default. So I got a short sale on this house. And it's really terrible that people lost their homes. At the same time, like I'm not a big time investor, right? If I put my screen up just a little bit right there above my door, like literally part of the wood frame fell out. So it's not like a super fancy house that I got, but I love it. And for me, it's unfortunate that it worked out this way, but I benefited probably because somebody else got taken advantage of. And they were already out of the house. They had left, like they weren't keeping the house. The bank had taken it back. So I'm happy that I'm able to get this house. I'm very grateful for that every single day. But I am aware that if my house was a short sale, that means that someone else was in over their head. They were underwater on this house. And then because it was a short sale, you didn't find out until later that there were multiple loans out on the house, right? So when you get a short sale, right? And I'm not talking about this program. This program helped people from getting to the point where they needed to short sell their house at the beginning. But from the buyer side, not being an investor and not having ever owned a home before in my life, when I bought this house that was a short sale, you get pretty far through the process. And I haven't really talked about this much. I wish Alex was in here because she's always asking me about this kind of stuff. But when I bought the house, first, it was a pain even to get the paperwork going because all cash buyers, investors wanted to buy it, but they weren't willing to pay enough. And so the bank said no. And so eventually after a 6-month back and forth, I got my house, or I got like my first offer by the first bank accepted. Then, right, when I toured the house, it didn't have an oven in it and it needed an entirely new kitchen. And they were like, well, we can't write the loan unless there's a working oven in the house. And I was like, but I'm going to have to totally renovate this kitchen. I don't even know, like, if I want a stainless steel oven, do I want a white oven? Do I want, like, I don't know what kind of appliances I want. Finally, I just bought like $100 used oven from a used appliance store. I have a couple good used appliance stores like right around my house. Um, so I paid $100 for that. But when you're buying a house, like everything adds up really quickly. And that $100 was nearly the straw that broke the camel's back. And then we were going through all the closing documents to get like the title of this house over to me. And then that's when they found out that there was like a second mortgage that had been taken out on the house. So I made one offer on this house which was less than the previous owner owed on the loan. And the bank accepted that. But then as we were going through the closing process, we found out that there was a second mortgage taken out on the house that I also had to settle with that mortgage lender. And that was an additional $5,000. And $5,000 when you're trying to buy a house is a lot of money. And then on top of that, when we were talking about like homeowners insurance and everything, which I had, they always say to get renters insurance, and that probably is a good idea. I never had it when I was renting. My mom never had it when I was growing up when we were renting. You know, should I have had it? Probably, but I didn't. When you're working on your budget, I think most renters probably don't have renters insurance. And then, if something happens, they always wish that they would have. But anyway, I didn't have it. So I didn't really know like how much insurance was going to be on the house at all. Then I found out I was in a flood zone and that was going to be like an extra $120 a month. So when I bought this house, I bought it for $138,000, I think. And so like all these little extra, like I was just saying, I'm still excited by $30. $30 makes a difference in my budget. $30 because of the kind of car I drive is almost a full tank of gas. That's like a lot of ground coffee and coffee creamers. That's enough to last me all month. So like instead of going to Starbucks or something, that's enough for me to make coffee at home all month. Like $30 goes a long way. So when we're talking about adding like a whole extra $120, anyway, so I would have loved a program like this, is what I'm trying to say about the house. It might have made it easier. There are a lot of first-time home buyer houses, and although it was hard to get my house, I love my house very much. I think I did really good with the house. And I don't want other people to give up on their dreams of being a homeowner. So please look into all these first-time home buyer houses, and especially this NACA program that Sonia says she used and that have helped a lot of people. Okay. And so they have online workshops and no down payment, which is good. Yeah, because that's hard for a lot of people as well. And Sonia, I wish I would have known about something like this. And maybe it's not for me because I do see that it says that it is to try and help with housing inequality based on, what did it say? Oops. Well, it doesn't quite say, but it does say maybe it's just for low to moderate income people, and I think I would have qualified for that. But like I would look into, are there certain like programs for certain like backgrounds, like there's definitely like first time home buyer programs for veterans that can be safe. So like I would put in all your statistics on like what makes you you and see there's probably a program for like first time female home buyers, right? So whatever your characteristics are, type those in and see if there's a program like geared towards you. When I bought my house, I also cashed out well, I didn't cash it out. I took out a loan against my 401k, so I didn't have to pay any I didn't have to pay any penalties for withdrawing from my 401k early, but I took out, I think it was like $50,000 or something. No, it wasn't that much. Like, I don't know, like $28,000 maybe from my 401k to use as partially a down payment. And then this house needed a lot of renovations. And before I bought this house, I was trying to get a house at auction that I didn't get. But like in my mind, I was like, I'm going to get this house for like $5,000. But I took out as much as I possibly could from my 401k so that I could bid as high as possible on that house at auction. And I didn't get it. And I think I'm glad about that. Although I would have been really close to my mom, but it was right next to a railroad track, and that was only a 1-bedroom. I think it was even smaller than this one somehow. So I didn't get that, but I did take out a loan against my 401k, and it would have been nicer if you can find a way to finance a house with no down payment. That's going to be better for you than even taking out a loan against a 401k, which most financial advisors seem to tell people not to take out a loan against their 401k if they can avoid it, even if it's for something like buying their home for the first time. But for me, that was the only way I was going to have access to any type of down payment, was to take out a loan against my 401k. And that has been paid back, but you lose all that potential to earn interest on that money if it's not in there to earn interest on, So, okay. Same here. You got this house because of foreclosure. You had to gut the inside before I could move in. It was not livable, and you finally got the inside down and trying to work on the outside. Yeah, and Sonia, I'm curious, like what area you live in. I'm thinking about painting my house. Honestly, it probably needs all new stucco. It's cracked. It's not the greatest. And when it rains, somehow like it looks like my house is literally moldy. I hope my house isn't moldy. But that's how like it gets these weird, like dark black stains, and the house is tan. So I don't know if when it rains, it just washes dirt down, or if somehow like the moisture in the stucco is actually moldy. I don't know. But, just going to cover up some paint on the house and call it a day. That's what I want to do. But I don't know how to find a painter. And I mean, I'm not going to, okay, let me take that back. It's not that I don't know how to find a painter. Obviously, there's Yelp, there's Angie's List, there's people holding signs outside of Home Depot that's like, we'll paint your house. I don't know which of those are the best to go to. Sometimes you'll get an estimate and someone will be like, it'll be $16,000 to paint your house. And you're like, to hell it is. Also, there's like DIY videos on YouTube, which sometimes I get a bug up my behind and I'm like, oh, I can paint my own whole house. No, I'm not going to paint my own whole house. Like, I know that. But you're in San Bernardino. So we're probably a little far, because we're in different counties. But yeah, I want to paint my house. That's a project that I would like to get done this year. You need new AC and heating. The quotes you're getting are from $16,000 up to $21,000. You're in the high desert and you need a company with lower cost. Sonia, I don't know if this will be an option for you. I don't know if you've heard me talk about this. I got mini splits in my house. I can't really show them to you right now, but so a mini split, it's not actual central heating and air conditioning, but I got 2 units for, I want to say like $7,000 or $8,000. And they have like a 0% interest program where you can finance it over 5 years if your credit's good, and just make monthly payments and then pay 0 in interest. And then, so that's always what I do, is I'll finance it as long as the interest rate is 0%. And then if I haven't paid it off by the end of whatever the 0% interest term is, then those credit card offers that you get for like 0%, I'll put it on one of those. Oh, you've had a bad experience. GoDaddy to love. I don't know what that means. So we're talking about Pedro Pascal. I'm loving all the memes of him. But anyway, okay. Sylvia says some states have low interest loan programs for home improvement and repairs. Yeah, and I feel like I don't remember the name of it. Whenever I need home repairs, what the heck is it called? I don't remember. But I got a 0% interest for home improvement, and it pays, what does it pay? Yeah, I don't know. You have to pay it off. It's either 3 years or 5 years, but it's definitely 0%. Like, if they offer their own financing, just ask them about that. Because yeah, oftentimes they do have that. Anyway, the people that I used for my heater, and they went out to my mom's house. So I kind of live near Los Angeles. My mom lives 30 minutes east, and then like San Bernardino is like another 30 minutes to an hour east of where my mom is. But I used Thompson Heating and Air, like Thompson, Thompson Heating and Air. And I'm not sure if, okay, so maybe would a mini split work for you, or do you have to totally do like the whole house, or would like 2 mini splits work for you? And I will also say that this is super weird. Okay, they come with like a little like a remote, but I can't, somehow how I got mine done, I can't like cool this room and heat the living room if I wanted to. I think most people just use Google for a painter. Okay. Like just Google reviews. Yeah. I probably really need the whole stucco redone. I should do that. So, Sonia, is a mini split an option for you? Because if it is, those should be about half the cost. That's why, like, it definitely should not be $21,000. But if you do want to do central heating and air, it might be that much. For me, I'm good. So I got two. Basically, there's 4 rooms in my house plus a bathroom, right? There's this room that I film in, which one of these doors, this door, the one right behind me is the door that leads to the kitchen. This door, it's just like a little, one of those little square closets that's like, you couldn't even fit like a whole, like with the little tiny rack, not like a big rack, you know what I mean? So a little tiny closet in there. So there's this room, which is a bedroom technically, but I don't use it for that. IRS. I use it strictly for filming. So this is one bedroom. This, and then like if we just do this like this, we're all the way at the other side of the room. That's like the window right there. And I've moved some of there's the plant stand that used to be in my background. I've got a couch with a rug on it right now. Or it's a futon. It's where I used to do all my filming of my proper videos. TaskRabbit. Okay. They're citing you $17,000. That seems too high. Okay. And what I was going to say about the painter, I mean, not knowing how to find a painter, this is what my job taught me, right? My job taught me, yeah, that might be the cheaper way to go, Sonia, is to do that. But then some installers will charge you more if you haven't purchased through them. Like they want you to buy their product. And then even though I still like and recommend Thompson Heating and Air, the last few times that they've like, so you're also supposed to get them serviced twice a year, basically like once before the winter and like once before the summer, right? You're supposed to come and like clean the filters and like, I don't know, make sure the fan's working, make sure there's enough coolant or whatever. But the last 2 times that they've come, like I have not been under the impression that the repair person actually knows what they're doing. So I'm not sure if that's just like an assumption or if they really don't know what they're doing or if they don't care like once they've sold you the product. And again, I do still like them, but if you buy one brand of heater, a mini split, AC, and the person that you call doesn't know how to install it, like that's going to create issues too. And then sometimes they charge you more if you don't buy the product for them. So like it's hard not to get taken advantage of. So it's not that I don't know where to go and like get estimates. It's that I don't know how to get estimates and not get taken advantage of. I will say one of the things that my that my employer has taught me is to always get at least 3 bids, at least more if you can. You want to schedule those 3 bids. Yeah. And Sonia, so Thompson, it's like I think it's THOMPSON, Thompson Heating and Air. And even if they don't go all the way out to your area, we're still in Southern California. So even though like we might not be able to use the same people, they probably can recommend someone to you that would service your area if they don't. Okay. So yeah. So call them, and if they don't service your area, just ask them if they have any recommendations for somebody that does service your area. And then always get at least 3 estimates. And then, mom, if you're listening to this, like if someone tells you that they're going to come between 10 a.m. and noon, that's going to be your first estimate. You can't schedule your next estimate till like 1 p.m. because what if estimate number 1 runs late and then you don't know how long it's going to take to like walk the property and like bid out the project for you. And you don't really, while you do want to let them know, hey, please give me your best and proper offer, you don't want to. Yeah, for sure. Yep. Right. If you have a man at the house, sometimes there's going to be like a better price than if you're just a female by yourself because they assume you don't know. Like we don't know. You know what? You know what we should do? You know what would be a good YouTube channel? Where's Joel? He's an auto mechanic, but I feel like Joel's a guy, so he could make this channel. We need a YouTube channel that's like, how much should it cost? That could be a YouTube Shorts channel. Like, how much is overpaying? Like, where they just tell you, and like, I don't know, like the repair people could come, you could be like, I saw this YouTube video and it says it should cost 10 grand. And they could have content forever, that kind of channel, because the prices do change based, like, you know, on the year and the neighborhood and the size of the project. Like, but you like, you know, I don't know, like every single state and every single city could have like that channel and it could be successful. So maybe I should, you know, when you see a need and you fill it, but like I'm still a girl, so I don't know. Anyway, getting housework done is frustrating, especially if you're a single female. Even if you have like a male neighbor that you trust, right? Because you don't want to just let anybody into your house. Oh wait, what? Okay. Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm missing some of, I don't think I'm seeing all the messages in the chat. Okay. Anyway, so get at least 3 estimates, schedule them apart. You do want to let them know, hey, I'm going to be getting multiple bids, so make sure that you give me like the best price available. And then I love talking about all this as well. Also, guys, Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm going to hop on Rakuten and see if you can go to Bed Bath and Beyond if they have it there, because then you could get even more money and save even more money if you use your gift card for Bed Bath and Beyond if Rakuten works with them. But yeah, get at least 3 estimates, spread them out. Tell your vendor that you're getting multiple bids, but don't have them actually like see each other on your property. So you want to give, like, if one vendor tells you they're coming from 10 a.m. to noon, you don't want to schedule your next estimate until like 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And I will say that it's frustrating because me and my mom have had like a lot of work done on her trailer recently, and half the time the people don't even show up to give you the estimate. So it's frustrating because you don't want to overlap the people coming to give you bids. But like half the time you're just stuck at home all day waiting on bids for people that don't come. Oh, they did file for bankruptcy. Just because a company files for bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean that all of the locations were closing. Sometimes the company just needs to restructure. And I'm still curious, like, if Rakuten works with them. Just because, like, I'm new to Rakuten, so I don't know. Bed, Bath, and Beyond. Oh, no discount. Well, great. it didn't hurt to check, I suppose. Sorry, now I'm just like scrolling. I'm like, oh, where else can you get it? Shein. I've been wanting to maybe get some clothes from them. It's interesting because I know that fast fashion is bad in general, but sometimes, especially because I'm hoping to lose some weight this year, that's just the best way to go. This is interesting. Okay. Anyway, maybe let's look at Bed Bath & Beyond bankruptcy really quick. Are all the locations closing? Oh, 7 hours ago. All right, let's look at this 7 hours ago. Let's look at the NBC News article about Bed Bath & Beyond's bankruptcy. They're going online. Yeah, this is also something. This is something that concerns me. The commercial real estate. Like in my area, right? They're building so many like office spaces, but office spaces are going more remote. Like, and these are just going to sit empty. And now, like, what kind of business needs as much square footage as a Bed Bath and Beyond? So that's crazy. Okay, so their email said they're winding down operations. And so online is interesting with clothes, right? Because I feel like I do need to try. So I'm really good with money, but so I'm good about buying affordable clothes. I'm not as good about returning things if they don't fit and I don't like them. And then I tell myself, yeah, I agree. I totally agree, Sonia. The commercial real estate is in trouble. I think that that's the next like driving factor. And I think a lot of this stems from the pandemic, right? Especially here in California. While I do think it was the right thing to like keep more businesses closed for longer, it means that there were months where maybe a business was not paying rent. And I think some of those are still going. Yeah, I think I need to go to Lane Bryant. And PS, I'm pretty sure that Lane Bryant is on Rakuten. So I can save some money by shopping there. But they're so expensive. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond files for bankruptcy. The struggling home goods retailer has been hobbled by declining sales and intense competition from online retailers in recent years. Bed Bath & Beyond filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Sunday, ending a tumultuous chapter for the struggling home goods retailer. The company has spent the past year announcing a series of job cuts and store closures as it looked for financing options to stay afloat. The company said in a statement that it and certain of its subsidiaries filed voluntary petitions for relief under Chapter 11 of the U.S. Bankruptcy Code in the United States. Sorry, I'm going to skim some of this. To help fund its operations in bankruptcy, it said that Bed Bath & Beyond had raised $240 million from the investment firm Sixth Street Specialty Lending. The retailer added that the 360 Bed Bath & Beyond and 120 buybuy BABY locations and websites would stay open and continue to serve customers as the company begins to shutter its retail locations. The announcement came after Bloomberg reported Wednesday that the company had renewed bankruptcy discussions. The Wall Street Journal reported the company faced imminent default as its efforts to raise cash had proved unsuccessful, and it faced the prospect of liquidation. Bed Bath & Beyond has seemingly exhausted its options to stave off this moment. They had some very specific problems and made some really bad strategic mistakes. But the retail environment is much more pressured now. Ultimately, a combination of long-running internal issues and economic headwinds made a bankruptcy filing seemingly inevitable. The company had cycled through 3 CEOs since 2019 as it responded to 2 different sets of activist shareholders seeking to change Bed Bath & Beyond's business. The involvement of the most recent activist, GameStop chairman Ryan Cohen, breathed new life into the company's shares 1 year ago. But 5 months after appointing 3 board members, Cohen sold his shares in the company, sending its value plummeting. Cohen did not respond for a request for comment. Founded as Bed and Bath by entrepreneurs Warren Eisberg and Leonard Feinstein in 1971, the first 2 stores, blah, blah, blah. Eisenberg was blunt about what helped fuel the demise of the company. We missed the boat on the internet, he said. Ugh, it's grim. Okay, but I will share this. Just because so Regal Cinemas just went through bankruptcy. Okay. And does it say? Okay. This is an LA Times article. And Regal just filed for bankruptcy, and they're buying this old Pasadena ArcLight. So, but don't go there. Search for the other theaters in Pasadena. Maybe you will find me if you come to Pasadena to go see movies. But just because you're going through bankruptcy doesn't necessarily mean that you're closing all your stores. And I can't quite tell from that Bed Bath & Beyond if they're just like done for good or not. I don't know. Okay, let's see here. This article says, I'm trying to figure out where it says that the Regal just went through bankruptcy. Regal's parent company, London-based Cineworld, declared Chapter 11 bankruptcy. That's the same kind they just said that Bed Bath & Beyond did last year amid a slow box office recovery. The company said it planned to close dozens of locations in the U.S. Blah, blah, blah. As of this week, those theaters remained open. And yeah, the city of Pasadena has not been totally unscreened since the pandemic. Landmark Theaters took over the lease of Laemmle's Playhouse 7 location. Luxury cinema circuit iPic also has a foothold in Pasadena. So anyway, Regal filed bankruptcy and they're still opening a new location. So maybe Bed Bath & Beyond won't close all of its stores. But yeah, let's just say if you have a Bed Bath & Beyond gift card, probably go ahead and use that now. All right. I somehow talked for 1 hour and 22 minutes. It is always a pleasure talking to you guys. Maybe made up a little bit for not being online as much last Sunday. Check out Rakuten. Check out, I'll get my link to Ibotta. I'll leave those in a pinned comment after the video. If you guys do need to call the Franchise Tax Board about a middle-class tax refund, if you guys need a discount code to call Claimer, which will help you call the IRS, it'll help you call the unemployment office. If that's still something that you need, I will go ahead and link those in the description down below. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you next week. All right, bye-bye.